How many discounts does USAA Auto Insurance offer? Too many to say here. Multi-vehicle discount, safe driver discount, new vehicle discount, storage discount, legacy.
How many discounts will you stack up? Visit USAA.com/auto discounts. Restrictions apply.
Hey, it's Paris. You know I love sparkly things, right? Like stars. Duh. And thanks to Hilton and Auto Camp, I just slept under them. Picture me, serving looks by the fire outside my luxurious Airstream, making s'mores with the kids, while a national park is our backdrop. The great outdoors meets Hilton hospitality. That's hot. Explore all the new ways to stay at Hilton.com. Hilton for the stay.
This episode is brought to you by Indeed. When your computer breaks, you don't wait for it to magically start working again. You fix the problem. So why wait to hire the people your company desperately needs? Use Indeed's sponsored jobs to hire top talent fast. And even better, you only pay for results. There's no need to wait. Speed up your hiring with a $75 sponsored job credit at Indeed.com/podcast. Terms and conditions apply.
Your backyard barbecue has some new RSVPs. Just tap Target. With the grill raring to go, your personal shopper is tackling your same-day delivery order at Target.
Babe, so Bob and Lynn are bringing the kids after all.
Pro tip, you can change your same-day order with a quick text to your shopper.
I'll have her add popsicles. Ooh, and some sidewalk chalk.
Your shopper texts a thumbs up. You text 5 exclamation points and life is good. Text with a personal shopper and get it all delivered ASAP. Just tap Target.
You're tuned into Auto Intelligence, live from Auto Trader, where data, tools, and your preferences sync to make your car shopping smooth.
They're searching inventory.
Oh, yeah.
They find what you need.
They're gonna find it.
You can make a budget for your wallet to help you succeed. Pricing's precise and true.
So true.
It's smarter car shopping.
Ooh.
Just for you.
Oh, it's just for you. Ooh. Find your next ride at autotrader.com. Powered by Auto Intelligence.
The most important week of Eagles training camp begins today. Welcome to the Eagles Checkdown, the fastest under 10-minute podcast there is, covering news, notes, and opinions on your favorite football team, the Philadelphia Eagles, right here on the Eagles Pinball Podcast Network. I'm your host, Phil Stipe. You can also find me hosting Trending in the AM Monday through Friday on the STT Sports Network. Today's episode is linked below. Make sure you copy and paste it, join it, subscribe to that YouTube channel as well. We're going to be talking about all this that I'm covering today on that show. So if you want to have your opinions on what I have to say here, head on over there, and I'll take your opinions on it there. Guys, it is the most important week. It is Monday. It is August 11th. There is just about 2 weeks left until the Eagles have to have their final 53-man roster set for the 2026 season, their initial. We know Howie Roseman will adjust 3,000 times the roster throughout the season, and once other teams make their cuts and cut downs, etc. But the initial 53-man roster, it's August 26th. About just over 2 weeks to go. And this week being the second preseason game on Saturday against the Cleveland Browns, having 2 joint practices with the Cleveland Browns on Wednesday and Thursday, this is going to be a big day. This is going to be a big week. This is going to be a big test for a lot of guys battling for roster spots on the Eagles and battling for starting roster spots on the Philadelphia Eagles. So let's just start with the big egg in the room, the big question mark, and that is who is going to start at cornerback opposite of Quinion Mitchell week 1 against the Dallas Cowboys. Vic Fangio said on Friday Friday or Saturday after the practice, or before practice on Saturday, he was asked about Adoree Jackson and Keely Ringo, and he said, during practice there's no scoreboard. You got to be able to play when there is a scoreboard. Basically referring to how both of them performed pretty poorly on Thursday night against the Cincinnati Bengals. Now, I want to put it in perspective, their struggle. There was no Jalen Carter. There was no Jordan Davis. There was no Moro Jomo, no Quinion Mitchell, no Cooper DeJean, no Reed Blankenship, no Zach Bond. You had 2 backup edge rushers battling for a spot. You had 2 secondary linebackers. You had, no safety. Like there was literally a lot of backups playing. So obviously when you throw Jalen Carter and Zach Bond and these other guys into the equation, the job gets a little easier. Quinion Mitchell will be guarding, covering Jamar Chase, not Keely Ringo. So you got to put it into perspective. But you got to think that with Ja'Cory Bennett going to be practicing this week, with Eli Ricks having a pretty solid, maybe very good second half against the Bengals, one of these guys, Keely Ringo or Dory Jackson, might not make this roster. Now, I've updated my 53-man roster. We're going to be breaking it down on Trending in the AM. I've got a Dory Jackson now getting cut on this team. He's now on the outside of the bubble looking in my opinion. Keely Ringo at least has had great success playing special teams for the Eagles in the past, and punt and kick coverage was not very good against the Bengals. So, that kind of leads me to keeping him over a Dory Jackson. But you've got Jacorian Bennett, you've got Eli Ricks, you got Mac McWilliams. These are the guys that are pushing. And at this point, I still think Keely Ringo, by a hair, has the starting job. But Eli Ricks and Jacorian Bennett are going to have an excellent, excellent opportunity this week to steal that job from Keely Ringo. Now, if Keely Ringo loses the starting job, he'll keep the team or keep the spot on the team still. But it's going to be a major battle. It's going to be a battle at safety. Sidney Brown, Drew Makuba, as he gets more reps, I expect him to play this week in the joint practices and play in the next preseason game. Sidney Brown's still on my roster, but in my opinion, their love of Tristan McCullum, the fact that they drafted, Drew Makuba, there's an outside chance that maybe he doesn't make this roster. I'm not sure. I still think he does probably, again, special teams. He and Keely Ringo weren't on special teams this past week against the Bengals. They will be if they don't get their starting job. So it'll improve special teams. So you got to make this roster, you got to be able to play special teams. And those two guys do that. The roster, there weren't many guys on my 53-man roster initially to now that have been bumped off. I've bumped off both Kellen Granson and Harrison Bryant. I've got them only keeping 2 tight ends right now, which people say is weird, but Howie Roseman has done that 3 of the last 6 years, including last year. I've moved Kenyon Green over to the IR because he kind of got banged up. Maybe they try to phantom stash him on IR this year. We'll see. I got Brett Toth, Drew Kendall, Miles Hinton, and Kendall Lamb, and Matt Pryor's my 5 backup offensive linemen. The wide receiver room switched. I now, behind A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, Jahan Dotson, I got Anais Smith, Johnny Wilson, and Darius Cooper, with Elijah Cooks and Terrence Marshall off the roster right now. Darius Cooper being the younger guy, maybe he's more willing and more capable of playing special teams at this point in his career. Terrence Marshall's young as well, but, he's got to get out there and play. I still think Marshall has a chance at making this roster. At what cost, I don't know. Now, I have Anais Smith back on the roster, and I've taken Avery Williams off. Avery Williams didn't get many of the reps punt and kick returning this past week, so I got him off the roster now. Because Anais Smith had a really good punt return. He could do that. Will Shipley, A.J. Dillon, a couple other guys can return kicks. We're going to see how it is. They're the main battles. There's not much else changing. I think Jahad Campbell has trumped Jeremiah Trotter Jr. in that starting linebacker position. One other battle that could flip. I still have Kyle McCord as the Eagles' third quarterback, but he did not do very well. Let's just be honest. In Saturday's game against the Bengals, or Thursday's game against the Bengals, he is the young guy. They might be able to get him through to the practice squad. So I got a slight chance that DTR, who had a good couple drives in that game, maybe DTR makes a push, and DTR is the third quarterback on this team. The Eagles are trying to win a Super Bowl again for back-to-back years. So there is, very little, room. Like they're not going to take, this is not a year to develop guys. This is a year to have the best possible roster to win a Super Bowl. I also got Gabe Hall added to the roster and Patrick Johnson. Gabe Hall taking over for Tyler Booker as the fifth defensive tackle. I got Patrick Johnson. There's an outside chance that Azeez Ojulari, if he doesn't step it up over the next week, could be on the outside. Josh Uche has clearly taken over as the third defensive end edge rusher on this team. So I'll be curious to see how that plays out. Again, this is the week. If you're on the fringe, you're making the roster this week in these joint practices in the second preseason game. The third preseason game, that's for your practice squatters. That's for guys to get, film on tape so that they can latch onto other practice squads. This is the week. This is the most important week for these guys, battling for roster spots, battling for playing time, battling for a starting role on the defending Super Bowl champion, the Philadelphia Eagles. So it's going to be a jam-packed week of information, guys. Have a great Monday. It's going to be a hot one again in the Delaware Valley. As training camp's heating up, so is the temperature one final time. So everybody have a great Monday. We'll be back tomorrow with more notes and opinions here, guys. Everybody have a great day. Go Birds, and bubbles up.
This episode is brought to you by Nespresso Virtual Coffee Machines.
Ready to enjoy the bold flavors of barista-quality Nespresso iced coffee at home? Simply fill a glass with ice and press the brew button on your Virtuo Pop machine to enjoy rich double espressos roasted to stand up even when chilled. Refreshingly bold iced coffee. Refreshingly easy to make at home. Visit Nespresso.com to shop now.
Jif peanut butter. It's that jiffing good, it doesn't really need advertising. So instead, enjoy the calming sounds of the ocean.
Jif. Ooh, it's that jiffing good.
Get your Jif at Jif.com.
Want to live better?
We got a lot of work to do.
Join Chris Hemsworth in National Geographic's new Disney Plus original series, Limitless. Live better now.
I'm diving headfirst into cutting-edge science to uncover 3 powerful secrets to living better right now. The growth that occurs through any challenging experience is really what we seek.
Chris Hemsworth stars in Limitless. Live better now. Streaming August 15th on Disney Plus and Hulu.
It's showtime.
My cat Freddie loves to be brushed and cuddled. But stirring up his cat allergens meant sneezing and itchy eyes. Then I found Purina One Live Clear. It's cat food that reduced the major allergen and my suffering in as little as 21 days. Now, we feel closer than ever. If you have issues with cat allergens, you really need to try Purina One Live Clear.
Try new Purina One Live Clear today. Purina One, a difference from day one.
Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile. With the price of just about everything going up, we thought we'd bring our prices down. So to help us, we brought in a reverse auctioneer, which is apparently a thing.
Mint Mobile Unlimited Premium Wireless. How to get 30, 30, bit to get 30, bit to get 20, 20, 20, bit to get 20, 20, bit to get 15, 15, 15, 15, just $15 a month? Sold!
Give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, equivalent to $15 per month required. New customer offer for first 3 months only. Speed slow after 35 gigabytes if network's busy. Taxes and fees extra. See mintmobile.com.